You got to give me 3-2-1. It's the quarterfinals of the Group 4 North 2 sectional tournament here at Bob Brewster Senior Memorial Field. Blue Devils taking on the Barons of Woodbridge. Michael Lanier alongside Alex Kingsley. Zach Kelly on the hill for Westfield and throws a first pitch strike right down the middle. For Woodbridge, it's Zach Joe leading off. Center fielder, number 11. Takes the second pitch low for ball one. And Joe lines that one foul and down the left field line. For Westfield, the usual infield, Barmakian, Rinaldi, Abbott, and Cruz. Kelly on the hill, Anderson behind the plate, and it's Kobe Wolf getting another start in left, Rembes in center, and J.D. Marner in right.
And Joe fouls that one off early, pulls it, and I'm sure, we haven't seen much yet, but I'm sure Zach Kelly has got some junk in store for Joe.
Now it's Westfield coming off a really impressive 10-3 win over Franklin on Monday. What did you see from them in that game?
What I saw from the Blue Devils was Alex Pancini, really. He pitched an amazing game, 79 pitches. He had 8 strikeouts and one walk and 1 run that was unearned. He just pitched lights out. It's something that they really needed for the Blue Devils.
And so Kelly will walk Joe. Actually, I think it was a hit by pitch there because it was 2-2 count. Just got him inside barely on the shirt. So in comes the number 2 hitter, Bradshaw. Right fielder as Kelly gives a look over there at first. And once again for Westfield, Jake Valabera, the sophomore, not starting. Brunson's playing DH, and he's been red hot, Alex.
Yeah, I think that's why Brunson's playing over Val. It's because he's just every single time he gets up there, it seems like he's always just going to get a hit. I mean, he's batting over 400 right now in the season. He had the triple against Dayton High School, and he just has been playing amazing and something that the Louisvilles didn't necessarily expect from him, but is having a really good turnout for the team.
First pitch of the at-bat is high for ball 1. And for Woodbridge, their star pitcher, Harry Rakowski, as that's a first pitch strike. He started on their game on Monday against J.P. Stevens. Complete game, got the win. Woodbridge took care of J.P. Stevens 7-1 in that one. So Rakowski can't pitch today, but he's playing first. He's hitting cleanup for the Barons as Kelly continues to throw it over at first. Keep Zach Joe, center fielder, intact. Blue Devils 21-5. Another strike there, swing to miss. Start off the year 0-3, and Alex, everyone knows about the 18-game win streak, a school record. But then they had that little stretch where they dropped 2 of 4, disappointing, tough loss to Governor Livingston in the county semis.
Yeah, I mean, the Blue Devils, they literally have played the best that they've ever played, breaking the most consecutive wins as a high school team. And it seems like, even though had a bit of a rough patch going, like you said, 2-4, winning these games is going to give them momentum to possibly even win a state tournament.
That pitch was fouled off by Bradshaw. Another nice crowd on hand. Not as many students as we saw on Monday, but I would say more adults here. 2-2 pitch, nobody out, and it's fouled off.
Bradshaw definitely trying to stay alive here. Now has fouled off twice in a row. definitely doesn't want to go down swinging or looking.
Woodbridge is going to send Kyle Mortensen on the hill, and that ball gets away from Anderson, and Joel steals second. Full count on Bradshaw.
Yeah, as you said, worked the full count, but that was the 7th pitch of the at-bat already, and to my calculations, Kelly has now thrown 12 pitches in just within just the second batter. There's something with the pitch count that he needs to improve upon.
Kelly's pitched 39 and 2/3 innings coming into this game, and that ball is hit deep in a right. It's going to fall, and it's going to be at least an RBI double. He'll stay at second. They almost get him out. Good relay as he turned the corner at second, but Bradshaw's in with an RBI double to give Woodbridge the 1-0 lead in the top of the first. So here's the pitcher, Kyle Mortensen. Kelly with 39 2/3 innings this year. Only 9 earned runs, 15 strikeouts, a 4-1 record. And that one gets by Barmakian at third for a base hit. And the Barons have runners on the corners with nobody out, already a 1-0 lead. Try and do some more damage.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen any kind of team, Blue Devils or anybody else, once one kid gets to a rally, the whole team starts to follow. And runs upon runs can just score, and which would give real trouble to the other team that they're playing. In this case, Blue Devils are the victims, so they just have to, get their composure out there on the defensive end, be able to get out of this, so they can only possibly end up giving 1 run this inning.
Kelly talked it over with his infielders there real quick. It's win or go home right now. Second round of the sectional tournament. The semifinals will be on Tuesday, and Westfield wins. It'll be right here at 4 o'clock. Rakowski, the first baseman, committed to Rutgers. The pitcher, and he lines one deep into center. But the catch is made by J-Mac. Runner will tag, though, to make it 2-0, but still really nice play, Alex, out there in center by J-Mac Rembes.
Yeah, I mean, had to go on the side track, squeeze the glove, was able to make the catch. That was still a hard hit ball. I'm sure if, we know Rembes has the speed. I'm sure if it was anyone else out here in the field, maybe besides Wolf, maybe even Rinaldi, try to make that play, I'm sure they wouldn't have gotten it. Because Rembes, we know, has got some wheels out there in center.
Definitely allowed out. That one takes a tough bounce, and the runner will go to second. That's Rakowski. Silva's at the plate right now. That's Mortensen at second.
Is that balk?
Silva, the third baseman for the Barons. 1-0 count. Takes strike one. Silva calls for time.
And Kelly now, another runner in scoring position. Only has 1 out. Be great for him to get a strikeout here, maybe a ground out.
So 1-2 count on Silva. Sykowski's on deck, number 23, and that one again gets by a wild pitch. So runner Mortensen will move over to third. And And this one hit over at second, and Bobby Abbott makes a nice play. Diving, throws the runner out, and the runner, Mortensen, will stay at third. That's a big-time play right there, Alex, to save a run.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it almost looked like he even got past him a little bit, but he was able to stay with it. Look for the runner at third because he's definitely going to want that run scoring, and made the nice play at first, holding the runner at third.
Bobby Abbott just got named TAP Athlete of the Week yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, he's definitely been playing that way all season long. I think, with a good amount of of at bats, he definitely has the highest batting average on his team.
And that's his second hit by pitch of the inning right there, as that one got Sikowski right in the back. So Coach Brewster will come onto the mound now to discuss it with his pitcher. It's Anthony Gordstotson, catcher for Woodbridge, at the plate with two-way and runner on third. It's definitely a big at-bat already here in this first inning that Kelly really needs to get this guy out.
Definitely. I mean, like you just said, he's got 2 outs, but he's already got 2 runs scored as well. And we know that the runs can pile on, like I said before, in games like this. And even though Westfield may be able to make up for it in the next half inning, we don't know that for sure. So Kelly definitely needs to get out of this. Make sure he doesn't have to give more of a job for his hitters.
That's a good first pitch right there down the middle, strike one. Kelly's starting quarterback of the varsity football team. And of course, went undefeated, won the state championship. As Gustafson will call for time. Sikowski's at first, Mortensen at third. And that one's just inside by Kelly. One count with two-way. Big pitch coming up from Kelly. And it's line. Abbott dies, can't make the play. Ball goes just to the right of him. And it's an RBI single for Gudkowski to make it 3-0 Woodbridge. As their number 9 hitter, Pablo Surreal, will come to the plate. Left fielder for Woodbridge. Excuse me, number 8 hitter, Gary Pena. Pena fouls that one off for the first strike of the at-bat.
Something you always want to see is that pitcher to get ahead with the first pitch strike. It sets the tone for the at-bat. Hopefully, sets the tone for, an out as well, which could end up.
And Pena hits one hard, but Barmakian makes the play and was about to throw to first. Then he just steps on the bag, makes the easy play. But Woodbridge, off to a hot start, gets 3 in the first. It's bottom of the first here in Westfield. The Blue Devils already trailing 3-0. Situation they haven't been in many times this year, especially as of late. First pitch strike from Kyle Mortensen. The lefty, Rembez leading off as usual. And he hits one right up the middle for a leadoff base hit for Westfield.
Sometimes with hitters like Rembez, contact, he's got the speed. You can almost expect a nice solid single like that out of him. And this is something that they'll need, especially in this game when they're already down 3-0.
It's Rembez's 31st hit of the season.
And just says it right there that when they really need it most, he's going to come in clutch.
And in steps Kobe Wolf, takes first pitch ball upstairs. On Monday, had a inside the park solo homer in the bottom of the first inning. That was a shot to center.
Yeah, Mike, it was almost like the opposite of what's happening to the Blue Devils right now.
That one gets away, and Rembes will move over to second. Crowd filling in nicely. 2-0 count for Wolf. Mortensen takes a look at him. Off-speed pitch is good for strike one.
You know, Kobe Wolf in this situation's ahead. But I'm sure Mortensen's going to try and pitch a strike here to make it 2-2.
Good eye from Wolf right there to make it 3-1.
Instead, Kobe Wolf's going to work himself a hitter's count. 3-1. Mortensen's got to pitch a strike, or he's got another runner on base.
Mortensen with a 3-0 record on the year. Pitched 25 2/3 innings as Wolf fouls that one off to make the count full. Seven earned runs on the year for Mortensen with 22 strikeouts. And that one just fouled down third base line for Wolf.
You know Wolf wanted that one fair. You know, just on the line, just foul. And that would, I mean, Rembes was scoring, I'm sure, in that one to put the game at 3-1, but that's not the case. And instead, we're back to the 3-2 full count. Still got to protect on this one, Mike.
Yeah, Rembes definitely has the ability to steal. As Wolf fouls another one off. J-Max got 15 stolen bases on the year. And we saw him move to second on the wild pitch earlier in this at-bat. Rinaldi on deck for Westfield hitting the 3-hole bar, Makins hitting cleanup. And Brunson DHing for pitcher Zach Kelly. Usual lineup for the Blue Devils as of late. Big pitch from Mortensen. And Wolf fouls it off the catcher's mask.
You know, Colby's definitely making the pitcher work, making the pitcher throw to him instead of helping him out with swinging at, you know, really bad pitches or balls. And Colby, you know, definitely doesn't want to go down on strikes. Definitely wants to put the ball in the field, even if that means he's going to get out.
He's fouled off 3 in a row right now. Team down by 3. And hits one in fair territory in center. Catch is made, and Rembes stays put at second. Zach Joe with the put out. Center fielder with 2 first names. As Rinaldi comes to the plate, had a big at-bat against Franklin the other day with a bases clearing triple, in which he came around and scored off the error. Broke open the game as the Blue Devils took down the Warriors 10-3 in the first round.
Yeah, Mike, just go back to a previous conversation we had before. You know, we know that Mortensen, I think, is having the same kind of problem that Kelly's having, which is the pitch count. You know, Kobe Wolf definitely made him work at that at-bat. I got that he pitched 9 pitches that at-bat, more than Kelly pitched in any other at-bat. He pitched 9 with the number 2 hitter as well.
1-0 count. Rinaldi holds in the dirt, but Rembes stays at second. Smart decision there. Rinaldi's hitting .372 in his senior campaign with 20 RBIs and 23 runs scored. head to Holy Cross next year to play Division I baseball. Off-speed pitch from Mortensen is good for called strike one.
Yeah, now Rinaldi's the hitter. Saw the strike. Saw what they look like. Got a feeling of what the umpire's calling. A little more comfortable now, especially to get a hit.
That one's low, so 3-1 count for Westfield. Mortensen struggled with that command so far today, Alex.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before, and it seems like not only is it, which it could be an issue in the future, is actually becoming an issue now. Not pitching as many strikes as he did. He's total this is only his fourth strike of the inning, and this is something that he needs to work on for the future.
3-1 pitch. Rinaldi takes it for strike two to make it a full count. So back-to-back full counts right now.
Just like Kobe Wolf, Rinaldi definitely working Mortensen. That's at bat, making him pitch to him, making sure that he gets the one that he wants to swing at.
And he does. Rinaldi hits it well in the right, but the catch is going to be made by Bradshaw, and Rembes has to stay at second. So Steve Barmakian comes to the plate.
Number 24, your third baseman, Steven Barmakian.
Lefty on lefty with two-way. First pitch is low for ball one.
Mike, now I think we've certainly got a feeling of what Mortensen's like. I think, it looked like it was a bit of a hanging curveball, ended up in the bottom right or left corner. Barmakian definitely looked at it and watched the ball.
That one's high for the second ball of the at-bat. Stephen, 329, 13 walks, 23 RBIs, 27 hits on the year.
And, Mike, even though if you were to, get a hit off this one run's enough.
And that one's hit into right again. Just down the line, the catch is made again by Bradshaw. J-Mac gets on base, but Westfield can't bring any home. 3-0 after one. So top of the second, Westfield down 3-0. As Pablo Surreal, the 9-hitter, leads off. Only Barrington not bad in that first. First pitch strike from Kelly. That one hit fair. Barmakian makes the routine play. Always nice, Alex, to have two of your best players over there at short and third, where that ball is coming the majority of the time.
Yeah, Rinaldi, as we know, arguably one of the best players on the team, defensively and offensively. Overall, he's one heck of a player, and if the ball is hit within vicinity of like 7 to 8 feet, he's getting that ball, unless it's hit way overhead. Same goes for Barmakian. And Mike, it now seems that Kelly has fixed his command problem. He's as we saw Mortensen do last inning, pitching more strikes and balls now.
That one just misses, so 1-1 to the leadoff hitter, Zach Joe. Made a play out in center in the first. And walked, was hit by a pitch. And that one hit to Rinaldi, but it gets under his glove. So the Barons have a runner after the error from Rinaldi, just after, I guess we put the announcer jinx on him. So after praising him up there.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Bradshaw's at the plate as Kelly throws it back to first. He made 2 catches in right and had a double, RBI double, in the first. Good lead at first. That one is hit. Rinaldi dives for it, but then when he comes up, comes out of his glove. Sing.
Left for Woodbridge, the pitcher, number 13, Kyle Mortensen.
So an infield single for Bradshaw right there. Great stop by Rinaldi. But when he came up, just ball came out of his glove. He was gonna make the play over there to second, and that pitch is hit deep in the center. Rembez is there. Runner from second will tag over to third, and the throw is over Barmakian, but Zach Kelly backs it up. If he's not there, it's 4-0.
For Woodbridge, the first baseman, number 17, Harry Kowski.
So 1 away, runners on the corners now for Rutkowski, the first baseman. Pitched a complete game on Monday against J.P. Stevens. And he'll continue his baseball career next year at Rutgers. And he fouls the second pitch out of play into by the Westfield dugout.
You know, Mike, with 1-1 count, and obviously when the ball hits the opposite way of where you're standing, I'm sure we're gonna see some junk out of Kelly try to get into the strike to get the 1-2 count, way ahead of Rutkowski. And I don't know if you heard that, Mike, but I heard Coach Brewster scream 72, and
That one gets through the gap. Make it 4-0 Woodbridge.
RBI single.
And Alex, Woodbridge right now is just making really good, solid contact against Zach Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been like batting practice out there for them. Getting hits on every single pitch that they can, and even if they make contact, they're still getting out. Doesn't mean that's necessarily an issue. Kelly hasn't thrown a strikeout yet,
And they
so
just
he's not necessarily doing the job he's supposed to be doing.
And they just called Zach for a balk, and he doesn't agree with the call. So now second and third with 2 away. 4-0 Woodbridge. Justin Silva's the hitter. That one is popped up to second, and Abbott makes the catch to retire the side. Woodbridge continuing to make solid contact, and then add another one on to make it 4-0.
8.
Tavis Brunson, lefty, leaning off the second for Westfield. Trailing already by 4. He'll take the first pitch. Inside for ball 1.
And I'm sure Mortensen, is gonna fear this at bat because he knows. I'm sure that Tavis Brunson has just been on a tear recently. Hitting from behind, in the batter's box, just hitting really, really well.
Two-0 count for Brunson, make it 3-0. Mentioned that tear for Tavis. He's really been clutching some big games. That record breaker, the 18th, he had the game-tying RBI triple. And he takes that one for strike 1. And last game in the first round, he had a RBI double and a single. And he lines that one foul.
Brunson now with a full count. Even though he started 3-0, he's got 2 strikes. Doesn't matter how many balls. He's definitely got to protect on this one. I'm sure he's not looking for a walk at this at bat.
Full count, and Brunson grounds out to first. Play is made by Rakowski, as Victor Cruz will step up to the plate.
Now up for the Blue Devils, number 21, the first baseman, Victor Cruz.
Cruz hitting 300 on the year with 21 hits, 17 RBIs, 13 walks.
And we know Mike Cruz has some power. You know, we saw in the Dane game he had that walk-off hit, but it wasn't a hit. It was really like a walk-off bomb.
And lines out one a second. And play is made, so quickly 2-way. Routine one for Delval at second.
Now up for the Blue Devils, the catcher, number 11, Devin Anderson.
So Anderson will step up with 2-way. One of the 3 captains for Westfield, along with Rinaldi and Barmakian. Anderson hitting in the 7-hole. Marner's on deck. Abbott in the hole. And you got a foul tip of that one. I heard it. That one's outside for the first ball of the at-bat.
Anderson now in a tricky situation. Make that a 2-1 count with 2 outs. You know, but we always do hear those 2-out rallies. So Devin Anderson might get something going for the Westfield team.
And that one is lining to left for a base hit. Devin Anderson gets Westfield their second base run of the ball game. But it comes with 2-way here in the second.
Your right fielder, number 7, J.D. Marner.
Left fielder Pablo Surreal, Alex, didn't move a muscle on Anderson's hit right there. Just let it fall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if the sun got in his way or just knew that he couldn't make the play and didn't want to make an error or a mistake. But either way, that's a single. And Anderson's on first with Marner at the plate.
So here's Marner. First pitch swinging. That is a fair ball. And Marner is called out. A late call by the umpire. Just beat him according to Blue. Westfield still trailing 4-0 after 2. Great day for a ball game, and you see there Westfield student section having some fun in left, bringing a baby pool to the game. I guess that's where they are, not in front of us today. 1-0 count. A couple kids were in there, it looked like.
Yeah, I'm sure testing out the water. It is a really hot day.
That one hit to Kelly. Bare hands it, and the runner beats it out. So the past 2 plays are really close calls at first, and Westfield, of course, not that happy with the call.
Yeah, I mean, they'll argue none of the calls have gone in their favor. You know, I knew that one was it looked like it was obviously safe from all the way over here. That first one, last inning, that one looked out.
Now into second, Abbott flip. Rinaldi, and he got it. 4-6-3 double play, and Westfield really needed that one.
Beautiful play to give, you know, Zach Kelly sigh of relief there, knowing that he's got 2 outs, 2 quick outs, I should say, with double play. Now with Penna up at bat.
Gary Penna, the DH for the Barons. Reached base on a fielder's choice. In inning number 1. got out on the fielder's choice to end the inning in the first. And Kelly, good pitch right there, but they called a ball, so 1-1 with two-way. Top of the third. And that one hit Barmakian, stops it. Long throw to first, goes over Victor Cruz's head. And out of play. So Pena will get to move to second. It's probably going to be a hit anyway if Barmakian's throw was on target. But he gives Pena second base with the throwing error. And now the Barons will bring in a pinch runner. It's Darren Gonzalez, number 9, running for Gary Pena. And just by looking at it, looks like it's the right decision by Coach.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but Pena looks like he's a little bit of a big kid, so I guess you could say that's a good decision from the coach.
Two-way in the top of the third. Pablo Surreal, left fielder for the Barons. Grounded out to start inning number 2. And Anderson will give a look at second and almost got him. Strong throw.
Turn! Running off the field. Going to the dugout. Let him go.
Gonzalez was coming down that line. Not sure what he was doing. I don't know if he thought he was out or he thought it was.
Was that a hit by pitch? Damn!
The guy first. So Zach Joe at the plate. Oh, 0-2 count with two-way. In the dirt, gets past Anderson. Runners will go to second and third, possibly more. Third base coach holds Gonzalez there.
Yeah, Mike, just to reiterate what you just said, and we've said it before, this backstop is, tens, maybe even a little over 100 feet, behind home plate. And if a ball is going behind him, that's at least one base, possibly two, easily.
Big batter right now. 1-2 pitch from Kelly as he takes a look at the runner on third. Zach Joe with his lines this one into center. Rembez makes the play to end the inning. First scoreless inning of the day for Woodbridge. 4-0. So Bobby Abbott leads off the bottom of the third for Westfield. In his first at-bat of the ball game. Tap athlete of the week. As takes that one for ball one.
Mike, Abbott's, because Morrison pitching really, really well. We haven't really said anything. But Bobby Abbott's, he was a hitter who has not gotten up yet here in the bottom of the third inning.
Bobby Abbott's hitting .432, and he is an everyday player at second base. 32 of 74, 15 RBIs. Second on the team in batting average just to Brunson, but it's not really a fair comparison because Tavis has only had 28 at-bats compared to Bobby's 74. So small sample size there from Brunson. It's a 3-0 count, and Abbott will walk as Westfield gets a leadoff runner.
Mike, I kind of expressed this before, but, it's almost like Bobby Abbott's really the leadoff hitter. Batting 432, that's fantastic with 74 at-bats. That's something, people in the major leagues don't even do. So now with the real leadoff here in Rembez.
That was his fourth walk of the year as Rembez takes it in the dirt. Abbott stays at first. And that 432 is no joke. It's not like he's hitting a 4 of 10 or something, a small sample size. He's had basically played every single game at second. And it's his first full year with varsity. So here's J-Mac, already 2-0. Had a single in the top and the bottom of the first for Westfield. And that's a called strike, first in the inning.
I think Rembez wants to keep what's alive that Bobby Abbott's created going in this one. It's still down 4-0, bottom of the third. At some point, Westfield has to get runs on the board if they want to win this game. Now would be a great time to do so. No outs, runner on first.
And that one in the dirt. Abbott will take off for second. Three and one to Rembez. Kobe Wolf on deck, flied out. And Rembez will walk, so he's on base for the second time today. And Westfield in business now with first and second, nobody out for Kobe Wolf.
Mike, I've seen that there's only been 2 hits in this game, and the rest have been outs from Mortensen. He's been pitching really, really well, and like I was saying before, we haven't really said anything. This team hasn't been out in the field for minority amount of the game. Westfield was out for the majority on defense with the rally that Woodbridge was able to have in the first 2 innings. But it may look like that the energy has shifted to Westfield's favor, having Woodbridge not scored in the last half inning now. Westfield with a chance with 1 runner scoring position and a runner at first to put some runs in the board possibly.
Mortensen just talked it over with his infield there. Wolf shows bunt, pulls it back. And it's a called strike one. Big stakes right now in the bottom of the third. Quarterfinals of the sectional tournament, Group 4 North 2. Winner will take on the winner of the Ridge Elizabeth game, 3-11 matchup. The Minutemen of Elizabeth upset Bayonne 3-0. Other side of the bracket, holding a form, Watchung Hills takes on Columbia today, Scotch Plains and Milburn. Wolf takes that one for ball one.
And this seems like this is a good situation for Westfield. We know Kobe Wolf's got some power.
And that's ball 2 in the dirt right there. Good block.
And Gustafsson did a really nice job of keeping the ball in front of him that time. We've seen it before when the ball goes behind you. It could feel like it's going on and on forever behind you. So good decision on his part. He keeps the runners in their respective
Wolf
bases.
shows bunt again, and he does. To the pitcher, he's retired, but it's a sac bunt to move the runners over to second and third for Chris Rinaldi. In a spot where you really want to see your senior captain come through. Back-to-back now with Rinaldi and Barmakian on deck.
Mike, doing that, in a sense, moves the runners over with ease. Pass ball possibly, a pass ball could happen potentially, but, with the bunt, definitely moves them both now in scoring position. With, Rinaldi can possibly do something here.
Takes the first pitch for ball one. You could probably say it's one of the biggest at-bats of Chris's high school career. Down 4, runners on second and third in the quarterfinals of the sectional tournament. And that one hits him. Bases loaded now for Westfield. And this is how you draw it up. Bases loaded for your cleanup hitter, Alex. the hefty lefty Steve Barmakian.
This is almost like a dream situation for Westfield. You know, we talk about good situation here, good situation that, but you know, this is the one that you want. Your cleanup hitter, bases loaded, only one out. Even if it's in the outfield, it's a sac fly because we know Bobby Abbott's got those wheels and he can score. Perfect situation for Westfield. I just want to see what Mortensen does with the ball.
And first pitch is low for ball one. One pitch away from this game being tied. We saw Barmakian hit a home run in right field out of the park in a scrimmage earlier in the season. Pitch number 2 is swung on and missed by Barmakian.
He definitely swung at that high cheese, and I could tell. That was a really early swing. I mean, I think I saw him finish the swing before the ball went in Gustafsson's glove. And he just wanted to whack that one out of the park. That was, you know, that was a swing where he wanted to hit it over the fence.
1-1, low, good take by Steve and a good block by Gostowski. Rinaldi's at first, J-Mac at second, and Bobby Abbott at third.
You know, that's
2-1 count with one away.
Yeah, Mike, for the 2 balls, for this at-bat, Gustafsson has done a great job, both being in the dirt and keeping them in front of him, because if it goes back, Bobby's scoring.
And that pitch is in the dirt. 3-1 now, and Gostowski will call time with the umpire and go and talk it over with his pitcher, Kyle Mortensen.
You know, Mike, and you were talking about that past at-bat for Rinaldi being the most important of his career. I think this is the most important at-bat for this Westfield Blue Devils season. You know, this could be the make or break at-bat. We don't know if Westfield will have another situation like this. So Westfield, you know, Barmakian should definitely take advantage and just whack that ball as far as he can.
3-1, and Barmakian hits it deep to center. That ball is caught. Abbott will tag with ease, but Rinaldi and Remez stay where they're at. It's a 4-1 game right now. Not really sure why they Remez didn't come to third right there. Probably would have made it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty surprising. Out there, I don't know if you could see for our viewers, right by where the catch was made, it's about 335, probably even maybe 340 feet. You know, that ball was really hit hard, and you know, that really works to Westfield's advantage, even for other teams. When it's hit that far, more runners can tag up.
So Brunson steps in and takes ball 1 low. As there's now a huge crowd here. Bleachers filled, people standing the right to the left, outfield, you name it, all to watch their Blue Devils.
And, you know, Mike, there's even a lot for the visitor side, too.
2-0 now for Brunson. 4 years bowler, captain this past year. Having a big senior campaign on his first year with varsity baseball. And he takes ball 3. Base is open, so walking Brunson is not the worst decision. That's what Mortensen's trying to do. But you have Victor Cruz, really good hitter on deck.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And it is ball 4.
Load him up. Come on, Nick. Stay back and crush it, kid.
And Alex, we don't know if Mortensen did that on purpose or not, but those all missed. And now it's a little strange because now you got to face the righty, but it looks like they're going to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, but Mike, you know, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but in my mind, that was a poor decision. And we know Victor Cruz has got some power, and I'm sure in a situation like this, he'll come out clutch. You know, he's had a tremendous season for himself. This is his first year on varsity. Definitely has made his mark here on the team, and just doing everything that he can, everything that he has been doing for this team has just been positive, basically, defensively and offensively.
And then Woodbridge is going to bring in a new pitcher. It's number 2, who's playing second base, Zach Lavelle. And we'll step aside here on BDTV. So bottom of the third right now here in Westfield. The Blue Devils trailing 4-1, but they have the bases loaded for Victor Cruz. New pitcher, and it's hit to short. And the throw gets away from the first baseman. And he's going to score. Rinaldi scores a huge play right there to make it 4-3.
Hey, no, Mike, a situation like that, that is always why you're running out. Mistakes happen in any sport, in any situation, and that time there was a mistake on the Woodbridge side. It's gonna hurt them because now it's a 4-2 game.
Hey, way to work, kid.
So 4-3 as runners from third and second came home, and Devin Anderson just got hit by a pitch. So 2 pitches for Zach De Lavelle, and it's not his fault, the first one, but the second one was. And now the Blue Devils have the bases loaded again, trailing just by 1 for J.D. Marner.
Nice and relaxed, kid.
Big turn of events right there. The inning could have been over at 4-1, but the throw from shortstop Zakowski just goes under the glove of Rutkowski to come in, and then De La Valle hits. De La Valle hits Devin Anderson to load the bases again. So Marner with a 1-0 count takes that one low for ball 2.
Not you, JD. A little low for you, kid.
Excuse me, strike 1.
Little low for you, work. Come on.
Brunson's at third, Cruz at first, and Devin Anderson
Yeah, big, get a lot,
at
big.
first. 1-1 is taken for called strike 2. 2-way in the bottom of the third. Westfield's already gotten all 3 of their runs here in this inning. Big pitch, Marner hits it up the middle for a base hit, and that's gonna bring in 2. Cruz makes it in time, and Westfield takes the lead. A big, big hit from J.D. Marner.
Way to go, JD.
Yeah, Marner definitely coming in clutch there. You know, we've seen him. He's definitely a great hitter with runners scoring position. No matter how many are there, either 1 or 2, and definitely continues that streak and this little rally going for the Blue Devils.
Just when he thought things were looking to get a little ugly for Westfield, the bats come out and they get 5 in the third, and they're not done yet. With Bobby Abbott, who started off this inning with a walk, and he's got a 2-0 hitters count right now with runners on first and second. And that one's low, so 3-0. So things have really turned south for Zach Del Valle and this Woodbridge team. A few minutes ago, they had a 4-0 lead.
Hey, you, Bobby.
That 4-1 lead now turned to a 1-run trail, losing now 5-4.
3-1 pitch is taken for strike 2, so Abbott's looked at all 5 of these pitches to make it a full count.
You know, Mike, even though it's a full count, this is good that Abbott's working Del Valle. Even though Del Valle's been struggling, this is to put more pressure on him.
Runners will be going with 3-2 and 2-way, and Abbott hits a blooper to first that's caught to retire the side, but Westfield gets 5 in the third to take the lead. J.D. Marner caps it off with a 2-run single. So top four, Kelly's still on the hill for Westfield. Now he's got some run support as Bradshaw leads it off and hits one deep in his center. Rembez working to his right and makes the catch. J-Mac making everything look routine. I think it's about his fourth catch out there in center. Having a really nice ball game, had a really nice season.
Yeah, and it really helps when he's got those wheels for feet out there in center. You know, it seems like it's routine for him out there to make the catch, but all he needs is those feet to get him out there wherever the ball is.
Pitch from Kelly in the dirt for ball one, and that's a routine big league play, but certainly not routine here at the high school level. J-Mac certainly make it look like that. Good pitch from Kelly, first strike to the number 3 hitter, Mortensen, still in the ball game. Believe they moved him to first base after his pitching. Rinaldi diving stop from his knees, throw to first. Almost got him, but Cruz couldn't snag that one. Great play, though, by Rinaldi.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying before, even though he had those 2 errors in a row, usually in a situation like that, like I said before, if it's in close range, within 5 to even as far as probably 8 feet, he's making the play as we saw out there. Just couldn't finish it with the throw.
That's one of the toughest plays. Diver from his knees, and that one hit in the shallow center for a base hit. So the Barons have 2 men on now.
Up now for Woodbridge, number 38, the third baseman, Justin Silva.
Justin Silva, number 38, third baseman, steps to the plate for Woodbridge with 1 away. Fastball from Kelly misses for ball 1.
Silva could definitely use this situation to his advantage with the runner scoring position. Could tie this game up.
That one's high, almost hit Silva.
So far, definitely not having the inning Kelly envisioned.
And that one hit his center again. Rembez off to his right, makes the catch, and the runners stay put. J-Mac doing an incredible job in center, catching everything that comes his way.
And it's not only that, but, these Woodbridge hitters just keep hitting it really well off the bat, even though, Rembez has been making basically everything that's gone out there. He's doing a really good job. And the Woodbridge hitters doing well hitting the ball out there. Just can't get the ball to drop most of the time.
Westfield's got Corey Hiltz, their sophomore lefty, warming up in the bullpen. First pitch is ball to Sikowski. Walked his first time and then had a base hit in the third. Anderson, they'll throw to second. Rinaldi, and he got him! What a throw by Anderson, and Rinaldi applies the tag to end the inning. Westfield up 5-4 after 3.5. So bottom of the 4th, De La Valle on the hill for Woodbridge as J-Mac leads off the bottom of the 4th for Westfield. First pitch swing hit to second, to his right, makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Now up to the Blue Devils, your left fielder,
That's
15, Kobe Wolf.
That's Nick Bradshaw playing second base right now. They made the change. First pitch gets away from the catcher. Colby Wolf at the plate. Pitcher Kyle Mortensen went to first. Bradshaw went from right to second. The second baseman went to pitch. And new right fielder out there as well for Woodbridge. And that one almost hit Wolf, and it actually did. So Westfield gets another base runner.
Now up for the Blue Devils, your shortstop, number 12, Chris Rinaldi.
So Rinaldi leads off, or excuse me, Rinaldi will come to the plate with man on first. And one away here in the bottom of the fourth.
Rinaldi last time got hit by a pitch, but then scored in that 5-run rally they had last inning to take the lead by 1 run, 5-4.
It's going to be no mercy today. We're going to be playing all 7 innings for sure. Westfield dugout loud and cheering as usual. As Rinaldi takes ball 1 upstairs. De La Val, shorter pitcher, and that one gets away again from Gosowski, and Wolf goes to second.
Another one of those pass balls that once they get by you, it's like a mile back from where the backstop is compared to home plate. This catcher, the catcher, either Devin Anderson or in this case, or Gorstassen, definitely just have to get a good jump and get the ball as quickly as they can, because they know at least one stolen base, one base is going to be stolen, possibly even 2.
And Del Val starting to lose his command. He's got Rinaldi 3-0. And ball 4 low. As Barmakian will come to the plate. Had a sac fly in the 3rd inning. And it looks like Woodbridge is going to make a pitching change. Rinaldi's at first, Wolf at second. Barmakian about to come to the plate. 1 away. And we'll step aside here on BDTV. Barons will keep Del Val out there for now. Righty on lefty.
Go Westfield.
So Barmakian down 0-1 right now.
But he's also got a runner in scoring position.
And hits this one to first. And he goes to second with it to get Rinaldi out for the second out of the inning. As Brunson steps to the plate with 2 away. And runners on the corners trying to give Westfield some more run support right now.
Pick it up, come on.
Brunson takes upstairs for strike 1, actually.
At any level, the batters definitely like those high pitches. Maybe, I'm not really sure what it is, but maybe they think, that, the higher it is, the farther they can hit it or the higher they can get it. I'm not really sure what it is, but kids like to fall for it at any level.
Brunson takes that for ball 1. Victor Cruz would be next.
Good eye, Tavis.
Again in the dirt for ball 2.
And Gorstasen definitely just doing a tremendous job and really saving these pitches in Del Val and even a little bit before with Mortensen.
That one in the dirt gets away, and Kobe Wolf will come home and score. And Barmakian, as we alluded to earlier about how he could steal two, does just that. And he's at third. Big play right there.
You know, I guess I gave him the jinx that time too, and that ball got past Gorstasen. And it went from first at third to just one runner on third and a runner scored, which will make that a 6-4 game. Now with the Blue Devils with a 2-run lead.
And Tavis Brunson will walk to keep this rally going. Already 6-4 in favor of Dubfield as Cruz comes to plate with big opportunity as he's got runners on the corners.
You know, Mike, I'm sure we're going to hear some chitter chatter from the Woodbridge dugout. First and third, we know you can make a play out of this depending on where you want to get the out.
And of course, the Westfield side, one guy says Vic, the other says Tur. You can't miss that. 1-0 from Del Val, outside.
You know, it kind of sounds like a chant I've heard the Westfield Blue Devils swim team do. It's called the Field West chant, and after a while it sounds like Westfield. Same idea.
2-1 now to Cruz.
Another situation with runner scoring position for Cruz, like he did last time.
Look for yours, Vic. You ready?
3-1, Barmakian at third with a good lead, and Cruz walks. Flips the bat after to load the bases.
You know, Mike, I would not want to be part of this Woodbridge baseball program.
And now I think Woodbridge is definitely going to change their pitcher with 2 outs, bases loaded in a crucial situation, down 6-4. We'll step aside here on BDTV. You're watching quarterfinals of the Group 4 North 2 sectional baseball tournament. Are we on? So really sorry about that, folks. Missed about. Westfield got a walk to bring in a run. So it's score 7-4. Woodbridge batting here in the top of the 5th. And there's 2 away. Had to change our batter right there. Some technical issues. You can thank Jason Ruggiero for that.
After this inning, I'll try and fix the thing you put on.
But we're all good now, and we'll stick with you for the remainder of the ball game. Zach Kelly still on the hill. 0-2 count to Pena. Gary Pena. And he takes that one low.
Kelly now way ahead. He's got 2 outs and a 1-2 count. There isn't a situation I could think of that's better for Zach Kelly in this one.
Nobody on base. Trying to get out of this inning, and Pena fouls it off. Pena call for time. Payoff pitch, and he got him swinging upstairs. Westfield up 7-4, middle of 5. bottom 5 here in Westfield, quarterfinals of the sectional tournament. Bobby Abbott leading off and takes first pitch ball. That one upstairs gets away from catcher. Abbott walked in the third and flew out in the fourth.
That was the same inning. That was the same inning.
Those are both in the third, excuse me. It takes that one low, so 3-0. It's a new pitcher out there for Woodbridge. I think it's Justin Silva, number 38, 3-1 count.
And as you just said, that's not hitter's count. Pitcher's got a pitch strike.
And Abbott will walk on 5 pitches.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, the center fielder, number 17, J-Mac. Rendez.
So here's Rembes, shows bunt, and then pulls it back. It's a called strike 1. Rembes 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk
Third and fourth. Just doing it.
and a ground out. Abbott at second. Only a few steals on the year for him. Not going. And Rembes takes it upstairs for the first ball.
You know, Mike, we've seen this situation before with Bobby Abbott at first and Rembes at the plate. This happened last inning.
I said that before. It's basically
Rembes takes that one again. Down the middle for strike 2. No 2-2 count. Abbott at first, nobody out. Kobe Wolf on deck. We saw a pinch hitter for Wolf in about that 5th or 6th inning on Monday. They brought in Jacob Kurtzstead. We might see Corey Hiltz come in and pitch sooner or later for Westfield. Kelly's gone 5 innings strong, only 4 earned runs.
I don't work today. I'm not at the bar.
Yeah, Mike, you say he's a pitcher strong. He definitely has in the back end. I feel like that always happens with Westfield pitchers. You know, that we saw in one game versus Dayton. Pansini struggled, and then Rowan Overman came in and pitched lights out.
And that's a base hit for J-Mac. Abbott will stop at second. As the Blue Devils looking like they're going to...
Now up for the Blue Devils, your left fielder, number 15, Kobe Wolf.
As Kobe Wolf will come to the plate. Moving closer and closer to this win is what I was trying to say. And Wolf's bunting. Nice play by the third baseman, but the throw goes wide right, and Bobby Abbott will come home and score. Rembes stops at second, and Wolf makes his way to, Rembes stops at third. Wolf makes his way to second on the throwing error by the Barons third baseman.
Now up for the Blue Devils, 12, Chris Rinaldi.
Rinaldi takes strike one there. Out one high, almost came in and hit him for ball one. Osmond keeps getting hit by pitches.
Yeah,
Seen
I
a bunch
mean,
of those.
yeah. I'll be honest. I think Ronaldo would be the one if we had a staff board to have the most hit by pitches. We see him usually get hit near the elbow or even in the back by the shoulder. He's almost like a ball magnet sometimes.
We actually do have stats for that. He's got 4 coming into today and now 5. He was hit by a pitch in the third. That's the most on the team. J-Max is second in that in hit by pitches with 4. 2-2 for Rinaldi, nobody out. 2 men in scoring position. Silva steps off. And Rinaldi takes it low to make it a full count. Barmakian's on deck. Big RBI chance right here, Alex. You definitely want to convert.
Oh, certainly. I mean, it would give more insurance runs for whoever's going to go on the mound. You know, because
That's a run.
And it's hit in the center. Rembes is going to tag it. It'll be close, but Rembes goes over to back to third. Smart decision. That was pretty shallow.
yeah, that was a heads-up play by Rembez. And notice, you know, that was a really great throw from the center fielder who made the play. And instead, you know, even though Rembez we know has wheels, wasn't able to go, which is a really nice throw from the center fielder. And Zach Joe.
Come on, Tavis! Go, Tavis!
And they just intentionally walked Steve Barmakian.
The designated hitter, number 23, Tavis.
Go, Chiefs!
They didn't even pitch to him there. The new rule, they were trying to add that in MLB, where you could just say that we don't want to pitch to this guy, and it automatically gets first base. But I don't think Woodbridge did their scouting report correctly because Steve Barmakian is a better hitter than Tavis Brunson. Or excuse. That was. They did do their homework right. That was my mistake.
Good night, Tavis.
1-1 to Brunson.
Yeah, and just to reiterate from before, I'm not even. I think if I were Woodbridge, I would just pitch Barmakian because we know Brunson has not only been on tear but bats over 400, and especially with runners in scoring position, he's going to get the job done, and hopefully he'll do it here.
And hits it right back to the pitcher, who comes home. Throw to first is not in time. But still a good play by Justin Silva to, after it hits him, to throw back to home to get the out.
Let's go, Vic.
Westfield leads it 8-4, two-way in the bottom of the fifth.
Come on, Vic.
Base is loaded. for Cruz.
You go, Vic.
0-1 pitch is swung on and hit to first, but a nice play. The Barons making big plays in the field to keep this lead somewhat manageable. 8-4 Westfield after 5. Top of the 6th here in Westfield. Zach Kelly still on the hill. And the Blue Devil fans still having some fun out and left. 2 pools now. Pablo Suriel leading off the top of the 6th for Woodbridge. They need 4 runs at least here in 2 innings just to tie this ball game and extend their season. Saw Hiltz earlier in the game, earlier warming up in the bullpen. But Kelly going to start the 6th. See how it goes. Woodbridge got 3 in the first inning and 1 in the second, and haven't scored the past 3 innings. Good pitch right there from Kelly to make it a full count.
This would be a great first out for Kelly.
Suriel's 0 for 1 on the day with a unofficial at-bat, a hit by pitch, and a ground out, and he takes that low for ball 4. As Zach Joe, leadoff hitter, comes to the plate for the Barons. This one popped up in the infield to short. Rinaldi makes the catch for out number 1.
Up now, the right fielder, number 18, Nick Bradshaw.
Bradshaw's at the plate. Started the game out in right field. Flown out at an RBI double and reached base on an error. And that ball gets away from Anderson. Runner moves to second. That one's high. Two-0 is Kelly working up into that pitch count. Alex, you agree with Brewster's decision to keep him out here?
Well, yeah, so far back in this game, I mean, he's been doing, like I said before, in about the second and third inning, I think the energy really shifted between Westfield and Woodbridge. You know, Woodbridge really started out well, and then
as that one hit to Barmaking at third, takes his time, and he throws him out. Nice play by the future Colonial.
Now up the first baseman, number 14, Harry Rudikowski.
and just to reiterate before, and Woodbridge doing well, and then second, third inning, something changed, and then Westfield struck fire and was able to score up until this inning 8 runs. So, I mean, Kelly definitely getting the run support he wanted and was able to feel confident up there, keep his composure, knowing that, you know, he had a little run support. And I think that being said, he's just been doing much better.
And the first pitch is popped up, shallow right field. Marner makes the catch to retire the side. Woodbridge has 1 inning left, and they need 4 runs. We move to the bottom of the 6th here at Bob Brewster Memorial Field. So Devin Anderson leads off the bottom of the 6th for Westfield. They were trailing 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd, and then they got 5 in that 3rd inning. 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Lead at 8-4 now. Justin Silva on the hill for his 2nd inning work. And fastball way upstairs gets by catcher. Second pitch right down the middle for strike 1.
You know, at this point, Mike, in the game, with only 1/2 inning left for Woodbridge to stay alive in this game. These are just more insurance runs to the Blue Devils.
One-two pitch is popped up, fair territory, and caught by the first baseman. Mortensen at first.
Up now for the Westfield Blue Devils, the right fielder, number 7,
So here's J.D. Marner with 1 out and nobody on. Struck out to end the 4th. Last time, Chopper at short, and Marner beats it out. Great hustle from the wide receiver.
You know, Mike, we've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, you have to run it out on a close play. You have to. And in that case, you know, Marner did, and he was able to stretch a single out of it. Now, that makes or break whether a runner is going to get on base or not. And in that case, it worked in Marner's way.
Runner's going. There's a throw, and Marner's safe. So a stolen base for JD. His 2nd of the season. Abbott takes that one 2-0. Takes that for a strike. Abbott is 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out. 0 for 1, 2 walks, and a fly out. Two-one as Silva looks over at second. Connor Scanlon warming up in the Westfield bullpen. Almost said the Mets bullpen there. 2-1 to Abbott, and he hits it in foul territory. But Mortensen can't run over there and make the play.
Instead, it's going to be a 2-2 count to Abbott. And, you know, in this case, doesn't have a hit today. I'm sure he's going to want to protect and put this ball in play.
Remba's on deck. Marner with a good lead at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And it's hit to short. Hesitates, and Bobby Abbott's safe. The split-second hesitation from Sikowski at short is the reason, and the great hustle by Abbott down the line. You can't make that little hesitation.
Yeah, and you know, in a matter of milliseconds, half seconds, whatever it is, can really make a difference between a runner getting on or not. And you know, like we saw in the previous play, with Marner getting on base, just running it out as fast as he can. You have to think every time it's gonna be a close play like that. And in both cases, Marner and Abbott both got on,
And Abbott seals second right there with no throw.
which now leaves 2 runners in scoring position for Rambiz.
One 0. Rembez takes for ball 2. One away. Wolf on deck. In the dirt for ball 3.
I'm sure Rambiz is gonna take this one, knowing that Silva's command is not doing so well as of late. This is now his second inning on the hill. He had 23 pitches last inning.
And Rembez walks and he reaches base for the 4th time today. His second walk, and he's also got 2 singles. So the Blue Devils have the bases loaded again for Kobe Wolf. We saw Wolf had the bases loaded twice on a Monday. I believe he got out both those times on Monday with the bases loaded.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to connect there, but hopefully today he'll be able to, and just give more of a relief for whoever comes in, either Kelly or the pitcher next inning for the Blue Devils.
It's quickly 2-0. So Silva already walked homer on last inning when the bases were loaded. 2 pitches away from doing the same here. Wolf takes, it gets away, but catcher keeps it relatively close.
And Silva now hasn't been able to pitch a strike since Bobby Abbott's at bat. That'd be now 7 straight balls from Silva. Definitely weakening in his command.
And there's a strike. Wolf was taken.
Look for yours, Kobe.
I think that was a smart decision to take that pitch. Like I said, that was 7 straight balls. I mean, who knew if he was going to pitch another strike? Instead, he does. And now he works a hitter's count, 3-1.
Just missed that time for ball 4, and a run will come and score as J.D. Marner crosses home plate. 9-4 Westfield here in the bottom of the 6th. Woodbridge's coach will have a little talk with the umpire. He's not happy with that last strike call. And we'll see if he switches his pitcher. He comes on to the mound now. Says a word to the second base umpire. Looks like they'll keep Silva out there, so we'll stick with you right now.
Yeah, just to get back to him, I mean, he's definitely been struggling this inning, and I think it actually would be smart to take him out. But, if you even want a chance at winning this game, but instead, Woodbridge coach is going to leave him in, try and get him to get out of this. Now, back to the situation. It is bases loaded, 1 out. Arguably the best overall player on this team up at bat in Chris Rinaldi. So this most likely will seal the deal for the Westfield team if Rinaldi is able to get the bat in the ball.
So they leave the pitcher Justin Silva in there. Bases loaded, one away for Rinaldi takes. First pitch for ball one. A pool party's over out and left, and Rinaldi hits one weak to the pitcher, flip to home for out number 2, and that's actually a foul ball.
Go, Chris. Punch it through, Chris. Come out, kid.
And Rinaldi now has another chance. So I thought that was fair, but now he gets another opportunity to.
It hit him before, hit him in the box. And he takes that for strike number 2. Barmakian on deck. Westfield has that same starting lineup. Haven't seen a pinch hitter, pinch runner, or a new pitcher through 6 innings. Probably see somebody in the 7th. And Rinaldi hits one a short, flip to second, jump throw to first, not in time, but Woodbridge gets the second out of the inning, but Westfield brings home another run. Make it 9-4. Excuse me, 10-4.
Your third baseman, number 24, Steven Barmakian.
Come on, Steven.
Another first and third situation for Woodbridge. Try and make a play and get possibly even an out.
Mentioned earlier how when it was 5-4, wouldn't be seeing another mercy game, but Barmakian rips one and Brunson rips one. Maybe we will. Runners going. And Rinaldi has an easy stolen base.
And just that last pitch, I mean, Barmakian really swung for the fences in that time. It seemed like he was about to fall on his knee for how hard he swung.
Runners on second and third. Barmakian with a big swing right there for strike 2.
Seems like on every pitch he swings, he just wants to rip it over the fence. And I'm sure, Mike, if he puts it back in the ball, he'll be able to do that.
That one's low to make it a full count. Westfield will, as long as they keep this 6-run lead, will play Tuesday in the semifinals of the sectional tournament. They'll take on the winner of the Ridge and Elizabeth game going on right now. Watchung Hills taking on Columbia, Scotch Plains Milburn on the other side of the bracket. And that one hits Barmakian on his left leg, the back leg, to load the bases for probably the 5th or 6th time today.
The designated hitter, number 23, Travis Brunson.
Brunson gets the first strike. And, Mike, I think on this one, I mean, I don't think it even matters if Brunson gets out or not because They have a 6-run lead. And, I mean, the chances of Woodbridge coming back in the next half inning are very, very slim.
Brunson down 0-2 right now. Alex, it was really great to see this Westfield team fight through adversity today. Down 4 early, and have a great rest of the ball game as Brunson fouls that one off back. First souvenir of the day for the fans. Behind the plate.
Right on it, Tavis.
Adversity.
Looking good, kid.
Yeah, Mike, just to reiterate before, we've seen this team come back from basically anything. You know, coming back late in the game with the walk-off.
Brunson hits one deep to center. Catch is made
All right, Westfield.
for the final out of the inning. Westfield up 10-4 after 6. See who comes out to close this one. So Corey Hiltz will come on and pitch the 7th. The lefty sophomore had a fine year at the varsity level. 27 innings pitched, 3-0 record, 12 strikeouts, and only 6 earned runs. Rakowski leading off the 7th, and he lines a base hit in the center. So Woodbridge gets a man on, but they need 6 just to keep this ball game and keep their season alive.
Now Silva up at bat.
And we'll see a pinch runner for Woodbridge. It's number 16,
Now batting.
Andrew Galvic.
Number 38, Justin Silva.
And Silva was the one on the mound in the past 2 innings for Woodbridge. Might want to get some revenge from this Blue Devil defense.
Same outfield and infield for Westfield. Two-0 count on Silva. Sikowski's on deck.
There you go, Corey.
And that one's fouled off.
Go, Hilsey.
Off Anderson's mask.
That's now Corey's first strike, coming off a foul tip.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we need 3 outs.
Now Silva works the 3-1 hitters count. Corey does definitely not want to pitch a ball here to put a runner in a scoring position.
Should be a great game on Tuesday. Another home game here at Bob Brewster Senior Memorial Field. Full count now to Silva, and if Westfield could win, the sectional championship will be on Friday. And it might be at home if Watchung Hills goes down on the other side of the bracket. Big week for Westfield sports as Hiltz strikes out Silva with a fastball for out number 1 here in the 7th.
Great sigh of relief from Corey. Got the
Speaking about this week in Westfield sports, tennis team yesterday wins the state championship. 3rd state title of the year for Westfield Athletics, and lacrosse team got a big win against North Hunterdon in the semifinals of the sectional tournament. Rembez working back, makes another play out in center as the runner heads back to first. And the Barons down to their final out, and the lacrosse team takes on Bridgewater Raritan tomorrow for the 3rd straight year in the sectional final, 2 o'clock at BR Saturday, this Saturday. But Woodbridge down their final out of their season, and it's number 15, Gorstatson, the catcher, at the plate. Anthony Gorstatson, and he takes that one for a strike one. Obviously not a save opportunity for Hiltz with a 6-run lead. But good to get your sophomore another inning of work here. That one hits a third. Bar making controls the tough hop. Throw to first. In time, got him. Westfield wins it 10-4, and they advance to the semifinals of the sectional tournament, where they will meet the winner of Ridge and Elizabeth on Tuesday right here at Bob Brewster Senior Memorial Field. And Alex, we mentioned earlier, the Blue Devils down 4-0 after 2. Not looking good, but then in the third, their bats start working, and they turn this ball game around.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost like a complete 360 from the Blue Devils team. And I had reiterated before in the game that I think that there was like an energy shift, because Woodbridge started out great, and then they didn't do so well. And in contrast to that, Westfield got on fire, scoring 5 runs in the third inning to take the game over, and then Woodbridge didn't score a single run since. And, you know, there was obviously a 10-0 run from the Westfield team, and they were just able to hang on and pitch lights out from the mound after the second inning. And just a great performance basically after the second inning from the Blue Devils to win this great game 10-4.
Yeah, so Westfield advancing as they beat Woodbridge again 10-4. And also, I forgot to mention it during the game, great act of kindness by the Westfield baseball team in the community. They were donating money throughout the game to a Woodbridge freshman baseball player who's battling cancer. So awesome stuff all around. But the Barons season comes to an end today. It was Ben Lepizito, freshman, who's battling brain cancer for Woodbridge. But the Blue Devils come out on top today, and next game Tuesday against winner of Ridge Elizabeth. Right here, we'll have a call for you on BDTV. Special thanks to our cameramen, Danny Baracco, Jack Cifelli, helping us out today. And for Alex Kingsley, I'm Michael Leniart, saying so long from Westfield.